Istanbul Airport is currently the 7th busiest airport in the world. It boasts the highest passenger flow in Europe, with the capacity to handle 200 million people annually. That's about 550,000 passengers daily, or 2,750 medium-range liners such as Boeing 737 or Airbus 320 every day. The numbers are indeed impressive. But does Turkey really see that many travelers? And what compelled the Turks to build a new airport with a minimum investment of $7 billion in a city that already had a huge international airport? Let's explore. In 2017, Istanbul reached its peak in passenger traffic. The two main airports in the city collectively handled over 100 million passengers that year. For comparison, in the same year, all London airports served 150 million passengers, while Paris airports handled around 100 million people. However, London and Paris are traditionally the most popular travel and transit destinations. Comparing them with the relatively modest Istanbul might not be entirely fair. The primary reason for constructing the new airport outside the city was that Istanbul's existing Atatürk airport was confined by urban development and the Sea of Marmara, making it impossible to expand. Consequently, authorities decided to build a new airport outside the city where it could be expanded almost indefinitely. The project was initially envisioned as grandiose, but in reality turned out to be even more impressive and majestic. Construction of the airport began in 2014 and lasted 4 years. The opening ceremony was held in October 2018. Now let's talk about the numbers. The main terminal of Istanbul Airport covers an area of 15.5 million square feet, or 1.4 million square meters. It's the largest building in the world under one roof. The main terminal's capacity is 90 million passengers a year. The Istanbul Airport City project is currently undergoing further development. Besides the airport itself, it will include shops, hotels, churches, conference halls, leisure complexes, and even a hospital. The second terminal will increase the airport's capacity to 150 million people annually. It will also have separate runways. In the future, additional terminals will be constructed for commercial purposes, private aviation, and other uses. By 2027, the project aims to be fully completed, featuring 6 separate pairs of runways and a network of terminals capable of handling over 200 million passengers annually. The airport will not be managed by the state. After spending about $7 billion of their own and borrowed funds, the Turkish government has leased the airport for a 25-year concession. The government estimates that the return on this investment over this period will be around $25 billion. Indeed, the construction of such large-scale projects comes with negative impacts. Over 2 million trees were destroyed to build Europe's largest airport. Initially, the plan involved cutting down 500,000 trees and relocating about 1.5 million more. However, due to the colossal investments required, the trees were simply cut down, and this fact was omitted in the reports. There have also been ongoing issues with the workforce. During the construction of Istanbul Airport, more than 400 workers have died. These accidents are often downplayed, and the families of the deceased receive unofficial payments for their silence. Despite these issues, why is Turkey investing such vast amounts of money in building a mega airport while its economy is struggling? The answer is relatively straightforward. It's an excellent opportunity to cement Istanbul's status as a major aviation hub between Europe and Asia. Istanbul Airport handles an incredible number of cargo flights from around the world. Turkish Airlines has established a flight network of more than 400 routes, all of which are regular services. Given the competitive pricing of Turkish Airlines, It's often cheaper for Europeans to fly to America or Asia through Istanbul than to choose a direct flight from a European airport. Turkey is actively building a new economy focused on logistics and passenger transport, moving away from reliance on the tourism sector and light industry. When viewed from this perspective, the $7 billion investment doesn't seem so extraordinary. However, considering Turkey's complex geopolitical relations with the Western world, there is a risk that Istanbul Airport might soon lose its hub status and become an underutilized facility.